What's up, everybody? Wife's out of town, man. We're going nuts here tonight on a live stream. Wife's away. It's time to party. 9:33 on a Friday night. Got to turn the hold on a second. This is where the parties are at, man. The ladies are coming in here. It's gonna be lights out at the Scanlon residence. Everyone's thinking, Josh, you're crazy. You don't want to go to Italy with your wife. I was like, no, I don't. Really don't want to. I have no desire. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. My oldest son, Kevin, said, Dad, if you didn't have your family, you'd be in a hermit living in the woods. I said, yeah, you're probably right, man. You're probably right. No rumble tonight, Jeremy. No rumble tonight. Happy Friday. This is live right now, Beverly. Yes, ma'am. I threw this together the last minute. I almost didn't do it. We just got done watching the last episode of Stranger Things, me and the boys, and it went on a lot longer than anticipated. So I didn't have enough time to throw. What's up, Ray? What's up, Edgar? Beverly, where are you coming in from, Beverly? We got Beverly, Ray's from Texas. Money bags. Money bags. You got a YouTube channel, Money Bags? Because there's another guy on YouTube named Money Bags. GS Pink Floyd. What does GS stand for? Interesting. Edgar, where you coming? I know. All right, Beverly. Where are you coming in from, Edgar? All right. And we got Money Bags, GS Pink Floyd, Kennesaw, Georgia, Mike Williamson. Maryland Mike is coming from Ohio, of course. Michigan. You don't have a YouTube channel, do you, Money Bags? What else we got? Carl's here. We've emailed a bit. All right. Fern, I can't see what that says. I left my reading glasses in the other room. Right on. Anyway, good. Kevin's in the house. All right, Money Bang. Right on. Virginia Beach, right on. Al's in the house. The Mississippi River. It's me, Larry. All right. All right, gotcha. George from West Virginia, right on, man. Hey, you like Pink Floyd, George? I'm becoming a relatively new fan. I don't want to say new fan. We got Kevin from New York City here. Choctaw. William Sullivan. I don't want to say a new fan of Pink Floyd yet. I've listened to the lyrics about Roger Waters, and I gotta say, Ricky, right on, man. I gotta say, Roger Waters. John is coming in from Florida. I had discounted before because of my inherent silliness that anything that criticized Israel is anti-Semitic, and when I started reading more about Roger Waters and his lyrics and stuff like that, I recognized that that was dumb. Just because you criticize Israel doesn't make you anti-Semitic. That's just a fact, and it's okay to criticize Israel. It's okay. And now you don't have to be a pig about it. I think Roger Waters was piggish. I don't think you need to be ostracizing religions or I don't even say religions, but people from certain countries just because you can get away with it. But be that as it may, I have had a change of a heart relative to Pink Floyd. That's for sure. In terms of Roger Waters, and I might have to take down my is Pink Floyd the worst band ever that I have a video of because I'm not sure I actually agree with that anymore. It's weird how you get older. You start seeing things a different light. All right, so great news. Pink Floyd, and Led Zeppelin. No, that's all wrong. Of course, Led Zeppelin's in there. The Kinks, The Who, Led Zeppelin. First and foremost, Black Sabbath. I mean, without question. I did a video yesterday when I first heard Black Sabbath. I was like, and then it just kind of went off and out when I was walking. I deleted it. I'll do another one because without question, hey, we got Howdy from Bernie, Big E. Hey, Denise. So my wife is in Israel now. PF forever. Pink Floyd. Yeah, a lot of Pink Floyd fans, man. I didn't know that Roger Waters' dad died in World War. He was in World War II, and when he was 5 months old. Yeah. All right. So on a good note, I got good news. I finally published my book. Finally. All right, and I'm just going to share with you now. You can, I think, starting tomorrow. I think you can get it tomorrow for free on Kindle. I don't have it yet as a hard copy because I wanted to. I've never done a fiction book, and this took me literally 2 years to write. And I'm not changing anything. But I mean, I put everything. I got it the best I can. Now, if anyone reads it, I'll show it to you. If anyone reads it, Credence, Hey, Ray saw Steely Dan last night. I thought it used to be they didn't used to not want to play a long time ago. Anyway, so I spent 2 years writing it. I've changed it around a lot, and it's somewhat of a memoir in some regard. It's a little bit not. I don't want to say it. I mean, it's a memoir, but I don't know. I enjoyed. No, I did not enjoy it. Writing fiction was not fun, and I've never written a piece of fiction. And I got some ideas in my head. We'll see how it shakes out. But I'm nervous, man. I'm not gonna lie to you because you read it so much, you read it and it makes sense because you know what you're trying to say, if that makes sense. And I had my mom, my brother, my sister edit it, and then Kim Honeycutt edited it, but I've changed it completely from when I did it. So in fact no one's edited it since I've changed it, if that makes sense. And that's fine. I'm just done with it. I'm done with it. And what I mean by that is I didn't just throw it out the wall. I said, this is the best I got. You know what I'm saying? And I finished off, and I haven't done the paperback where you can get a paperback yet because I just want to see if there's any major errors because you can get it on Kindle for free for the next 5 days. And all my fiction books, other than like older books, all my fiction books are on Kindle. Anything like I got this guy right here, Anarchy and Christianity. That's in hard. Oh, I'll be right back. I'll show you a couple other books. So if it's fiction, fiction doesn't. It's not. What's the word I'm looking for? I mean, I guess you could get. You want it. I don't know, like Gulag Archipelago. You don't want that on a Kindle, I suppose. But by and large, fiction is okay. I don't mind it in a Kindle. Other stuff like here, the guns of the regressive right and how to kill a president. That's my man by Morris. Who actually wrote that? Yeah, Morris Beale. This is a novel, but I just got this. This is old from like 1965. And I just got this one, Dangerous Dose. I'm a big Morris Beale fan, and this is more of a pamphlet. And this is the kind of stuff you want in hard copy because they can't change that. They can change. They can take away anything electronic, and so if it's fiction, it's no big deal. I guess they could change 1984. My book is not 1984. It's somewhat of a memoir, and I enjoyed the premise. I hate editing my own books because you read it, you're like, all right, I'm done. My brain has just stopped. I can't do it anymore. I'm done. And also, I believe it or not, like my brother, sister, mom gave me some critiques. And that was good. I'm glad they did. It really helped me focus. But I don't like being critiqued. Not gonna lie to you. I'm just like I don't like it. So if you do buy well, you don't have to buy it. It's free right now for the next 5 days, starting tomorrow. But if you do get it and you find anything that's major, like I don't know, I literally something that I just don't. I don't care about the story. The story's done. I'm not changing the story around. But if you do, and I just don't care. I'm literally. I just got it out there a couple of things in my life I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be in a band. I was in a band. I always wanted to play a show. We played one show when I was in college, a hardcore band. I always want to have a demo tape. We did that. I didn't always, but when I was in the army, I said, might as well go to Ranger School, see how it shakes out. I did that. I've always wanted to have a fiction book, and now I've done it. And I feel good, man. It's good. It's good. And I enjoyed it. Actually, the ending really, when I read the ending, it pumps me up, man. I'm not going to lie to you. It really, it pumps me up. I'm just not sure we'll see how it shakes out in terms of what people's thought processes. I'm not sure the flow. I get it. Obviously, for me, I get it because I wrote the damn thing. It's partly based on my histoire, but when I will see how other people find it. I don't know. I mean, my brother, sister, and mom had some critiques, and that was good. But and then then Kim Honeycutt read it, and she enjoyed it. But that was again a different book than what I got now. Anyway, Phil's on right on Phil. What was I getting ready to say? So I just if someone says it does don't I just don't want to hear if it like doesn't make sense. I at this stage I don't care. I hate to say I'm not doing it again. Love checking off the bucket list. Right on, Ray. Right on. It's great. I enjoyed it. And I get some other ideas, but we'll see if I ever get around to it. My next book I'm going to start tomorrow is on Wellesley Fund. I'm very much looking for that. I like writing books. I do. I like writing books that have a little bit more formality to it, where it's a little bit more structured. Fiction, I just don't like it, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how these guys do it, man. I don't know. I don't enjoy it. I mean, again, I'm glad it's done, it's out there. It's somewhat of a testimony to my mom of all things, because my mom had a hard life, man, and she's still around. Don't get me wrong; she's in the hospital right now, but she'll probably come out. But she's had a tough life, self-inflicted. I grant you, but that doesn't take away from the tough life. And if it weren't for my mom, I would not be the person who I am. And that's just a fact. And so, we haven't had the best relationship, but if it weren't for my mom, I would not be who I am. There's just no two ways around that. And I wanted to write something that was more of a testimony to my mom. It's, again, the book isn't so focused on that, but more focused on, I can't. It's like hopefully you find it interesting. But anyway, so I just got that. Then I got the drugstore, again, another Morris Beale book, The Drug Story, History of America's Drug Cartel, its hidden ownership, profits, and impact on the health of the American people. This right here, AI Lansing, Chief Promotion Manager for the AMA, AMA's gimmick, while well oiled up on told the convention in Pittsburgh, it is certain that someday cancer and heart disease will be conquered. If they are controlled, the majority of people will live 10 or 20 years longer. It is no exaggeration to point out that the elimination of these degenerative diseases, which at first glance might be a blessing, could really constitute a major disaster for Big Pharma, 100%. But check this out. This right here, I can't wait to start reading. I mean, these are the books you got to get, because the powers that be could easily go 1984 on these things. Exposing the expositions of 1851 to 1915. My man, Howdy, what the hell's his name? Right here. Howdy McCoskey. Man, he talks about like the San Francisco Exposition, the Chicago World's Fair, Buffalo. It's some weird freaking crap that's taking place, man. Some weird stuff. And I tell you, man, whoo! You start thinking about what happened in San Francisco, like that doesn't make any sense. What happened in Buffalo makes no sense. For instance, in the Buffalo one stuck out to me, that's when McKinley got assassinated. You want to hear something crazy? All right, McKinley gets assassinated. There's like 5,000 to 10,000 lights in Buffalo at that time, more than there were in New York City during the Buffalo World's Fair. McKinley gets assassinated. You know where there were no lights? In the operating room where they're operating on President McKinley. Tell me that's not crazy. So Buffalo had 5,000 to 10,000 lights, more than New York City at the time, and they did not have enough lights in the operating room for when they worked on McKinley, and he died. What's the other one? Then his elephant. What happened with the elephant? So something happened. They had the zoo thing. They had this elephant that I guess the elephant master was having a hard time with. So he wanted him. I wonder if it's in here actually. He wanted him executed. And I don't have my reading glasses, so it's gonna be tough. Yeah, I have to read this later. But anyway, so the point being is they sold 7,000 tickets to electrocute this elephant. 7,000 tickets. 7,000 people showed up to watch them electrocute this elephant. The sad thing is, elephant has skin that acts like rubber, and so he didn't die from electrocution. So I think what Howdy says, they actually hung him instead. This elephant. It's freaking sick. It's evil crap. This is crazy. This is the Buffalo Exposition. And it's in here someplace. I wonder. I haven't read this book yet. I just listened to Howdy's videos. But it's crazy, man. Crazy. Then I got one of my clients told me about this one. Jonathan Kahn. He's a rabbi. The Mr. Shemitah. The 3,000-year-old mystery. I haven't read it yet, but apparently he's got some fiction out there, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But I just got this today. Check this out. This is cool. See, I love baseball. I love old times. My man Morris Beale, again, I'm a big Morris Beale fan. Look at that. Washington Senators. Right there. 87-year history of the world's oldest baseball club and most incurable fandom. This is before, the stupid Senators. Washington Senators. Look, oh, man, I love there's a old baseball book, like goes back in time. He plays baseball for like the Cincinnati Reds or something. I forgot what's called off my top head. I love books like that. Old books that go like in time travel, go back to like the 1800s and like with baseball. I think it's fantastic. Anyway. All right. So I'm going to show you my book here. I got it. And again, we're going to go, if y'all want it, it's free. I don't think it's not free yet. So don't buy it yet, but here it is. It's $4.99. If you are Kindle Unlimited, y'all can see that. Yeah. If you're Kindle Unlimited, it's free. Anyway, Kindle Unlimited is $10 a month. It's well worth it for me. There's my what's the word I'm looking for? The cover. You see, that's the Peaks Island boat. Now they have a car ferry, so it's somewhat modern. I found this picture on Flickr, and the guy, I asked the guy, I said, "Man, can I use your? Happy to pay you money." He goes, "Dude, you can use my book, my picture. I love it. I just love this Peaks Island, and it's pretty cool." I'm so freaking glad it's finally done. Now I can do something else. Anyway, so this will be you'll have Kindle Unlimited for free. There's gonna be a 5-day free trial or free run, I should say. You can get it for free for Kindle. Download for free. There's no return. You just own it, I guess. Not exactly sure how it works. And I just did this literally this afternoon. Um, I haven't even looked at what's showing up here, and there you go. So I'm stoked, man. And I can't wait. And of course, if you do it, give me some positive reviews, would you? Positive reviews always help for sure. In my other books in here, hold a second. So my other books, like Retire on Social Security, it's got 116 reviews, 4.5. That guy's got 285, 4.5. That guy's got 116. They both have 116. 289 for this guy right here. So all good. I don't think I have 60. So positive reviews always help, man. That's a fact. And of course, when you guys buy the books, it helps me because Kindle, even if you get it for free, when you buy it, even if it's free, Kindle, I get money from Amazon. I mean, I don't get much, but every little bit helps, man. So it's all good. Anyway, so that will be that. It's just all you got to do is go to Amazon, type in my last name. I think if you type in my last name, you might. My dad's wife has a bunch of books. She might show up. I can't speak to her. I have no relationship with my dad or her whatsoever, so I can't speak to how good her books are. I think my dad's got a couple books out there. I haven't read them. Frankly, don't care. My dad's was pretty well known in the healthcare industry for many years in the health freedom front. So if you're interested in like a libertarian perspective of healthcare, my dad is named Greg. He had written a bunch of books in there. I haven't read them. I don't. But you might find his stuff interesting. His wife is Nancy. I don't care. I'm not saying anything good or bad about her books. I just don't care. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, so if you get a chance, do that, man. And again, I don't. Please don't take this wrong. I don't want to hear about the story. I don't. I'm done. It's behind me now. It's over. I'm gonna bear the arrows as they come. I've read a bunch of crap books. I like literally, and you've probably seen your own crap books and seen your own crap videos and movies. Like, what the hell? What? Who thought that? I hope that's not the case. If it is, at this stage, I'm done. It's been 2 flipping years with this thing. 2 years. Can't believe it. Well, hardcover is better than Kindle except for fiction. That's what I was trying to say. Hey, Rex. Thanks, man. Hey. Will my new book be offered in paperback? Not for free. No. Be $4.99 as they always. I can't say they always are $4.99, Jeremy, but generally speaking, I think my other ones are $4.99 if memory serves. Yeah, or $9.99. I can't remember, but it's not gonna be free because someone's got to print it, and I'm not paying for that. Rex, $10. Thanks, Rex. I don't care what they say, Rex. You're a good man, man. Jocks rocks the financial world, right on. And again, so my wife is out of town. Will I narrate the audible version? Yeah, you got to get a setup, Ray. And in terms of like, I tried that one time, and they're like, it's not good enough quality. I'm just like, I'm pretty lazy. I mean, I hate to say it, but at the end of the day, I just don't like having things to do, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to say it. It's like I'm a pretty lazy guy, and have to sit in there and read. I mean, to set it up. This is what I hate about writing books, and this is why I hate about narrating the audio and all that. Is you have to edit it. I hate that crap. I hate it with a passion. I cannot tell you how bad I hate it because my brain, it just isn't good like that. And then you got the distractions, and oh my goodness, it's painful to me. And so when you have to narrate it, that's why I love video, because I just get up there and yap and people can take it or leave it as they want. It's awesome. I don't edit it. I just say what's on my mind. More often than not, I wish probably said something a little bit differently, but whatever. I guess some people say ADHD or what. I don't know what it is. I who I am, and some people like it. A lot of people don't. I'm cool with that, man. If I had to sit there and edit it, like I would go and I know people do that with their videos too. I'm like, man, see, I don't do that. And anyway, but I would like to read it. Yeah, I'm not sure I have the setup to do it, and it's probably not that hard to do. But I don't know. I'm just lazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's just frankly what it comes down to. Is I just like get in front of the camera, yapping on my mind, what's on my mind, and moving on. And I like to read a lot too, by the way. And when you're writing a book, I can't tell you how many freaking things I got over here on reading. Like what's this one right here? This is Macroevolution, Microevolution, Issues of Timescale and Evolutionary Biology. I think I did read this one already. And this is from Felipe Hanneman. I did read this, but I got so many things. I just, The Spandrels of San Marco and the Panglossian Paradigm, a critique of the adaptionist program by Stephen Jay Gould. We all know him. And Richard Lewontin. I can't pronounce his name. We all know him too. Anyway, it's got so many things I want to read, but I couldn't do it while I was doing the writing, because it's like, if I start reading, I felt guilty. I was like, just write this damn thing for heaven's sake. But my next book's gonna be good, because I use my man Dan Coolbert's spreadsheets, and I don't think I have it up there. I don't. With the Wellesley. I can't wait, because then it's focused. Like, all right, I don't know. I probably should have been an engineer in an earlier time. If this, then that. If this, then that. If this, not then that. I see. That's the kind of stuff I like. It's very specific. Wellesley Fund from 1970 did this during that time frame. Can you take anything from that? No, but it's interesting nonetheless. And I can't wait to do that stuff. Anyway, so all good. Where can I get your book on Social Security? All on Amazon. All on Amazon. The video did today got me seriously questioning why Right Cap was telling me what that chart presented did 5 to 7. Huh? I don't get it. But the video I did today was telling you what Right Capital was telling you and what that chart you presented did 5 to 7 years from retirement. Did I do a chart? Oh, yeah. Well, it's we don't know, man. I mean, Carl, no one knows nothing, man. No one knows nothing. Go to the yard after work. Thoughts on Dave Ramsey's principles? Pay off your debt. 100%. Love it, man. Have I heard Brian on Clearview today? No idea who that is. Sorry, brother. Sounds like this book is bringing out your inner Maine, which is awesome. It really is, man. It really is. And, I'm a homeboy from Maine. Will I ever be back there? I highly suspect not. But it's fun to think about. I've had these stories in my head for years, and finally put one out. I'm freaking stoked, man. I'm stoked, really. Just have it done. It's awesome. I mean, will I make any money? I don't know. Hopefully. I love to make money. That sweet, sweet money. You don't really make a whole lot of money on Amazon Kindle. I'm just telling you right now. Some of these guys make some money, I get it, but they're usually doing, these like 1, 2, 3, 4, they get like a book a month kind of thing. And I can't be that diligent. I'm not disciplined enough, which is funny because people say, man, you're so disciplined. You do all these videos. I'm like, dude, my videos, I'm literally in my t-shirt, my dogs, half the time I haven't shaved, I'm saying, half the time I haven't showered, and I'm on my phone walking. For that, it's easy. I frankly just don't care. For some reason, I'm more conscious of what people say in the written word than I'm on my verbal thing. I don't know why. It's just the way I am. I'm weird like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I absolutely forgive my dad. I didn't leave him; he left me, and I'm okay with that. It was his choice. And I'm not sitting there like, oh my goodness, my dad. It's not like that at all. I didn't, that was his choice, not mine. And, which is fine. Look, just because your family, I hate to say it, but, just because you're family, you don't have to put up with crap, man. I don't understand. Like, I was listening to this guy today, Matt from Quantum of Conscious, and because he wasn't vaxxed, they wouldn't let him come to their family reunion in New Jersey. And if he did come, he had to wear a mask, even though it was going to be outside. And he was freaking pissed. I was like, why do you put yourself? I didn't say that. I mean, I don't know him. He didn't know me. But I was like, why do you put yourself through it? Just because they're family, who gives a crap? You're not obligated to be abused by family. And I say abused lightly. I don't want anyone sitting there thinking that's my dad was abusive to me. No, there's more. There's a different scenario here, which I just frankly don't want to get involved with. But he made his choice. I'm comfortable with that. And he said, and I didn't even give him the ultimatum. He actually gave me the ultimatum, which I said, no. So I was like, that's not how it works in this case, but it's fine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting there because my man Carl said that Jesse Lee Peterson forgave his mother and father, had to do the same that word. But my dad's still lost soul. Hope he finds God soon. Yeah, I mean, I think my dad has actually, and that's good. I'm happy for him. I'm 100% happy for him. But just because he fathered me doesn't mean I'm obligated to it's just not. And some people get really mad when I say it, but family doesn't come before. Let's put it this way: my family here is more important than the family that was there when I was young and wasn't there half the time. That includes my mom, by the way, too. I love my mom to death. I'm sympathetic to her because ultimately she was the one left carrying the wet bag when my dad left when we were young. You know what I'm saying? I'm still bitter about that because I don't think men should be leaving young boys to fend for themselves, and that pisses me off. And I absolutely forgiveness of it. I get it, 100% happens. But young boys need a father figure. They need a man in their family, especially when their moms are starting to date scumbags that come back to the house. And young boys need a man. They need a man to protect them. They need a man they can feel safe around. And if a young boy is taking the what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like the father figure. That's not good. Which is why I hate flipping war, by the way. Because what does war do? It creates a lot of young men to be the father figure, and they're not ready to be a father figure, if that makes sense. And you shouldn't be doing that. Now, look, at the end of the day, back in the hippie days, everyone's doing everything, and who knows what the hell's happening. And I will tell you, I was never one of these guys who said, "Oh, my parents divorced is because of me." I was like, "No, thank the good Lord they did," because it was fighting all the time, and I was just so stressful, so nerve-wracking. Like, can we stop the flipping fighting? And then when my dad left, it was mutually agreed upon. I mean, I was 8, 9 years old, something like that. It was just like quiet. It wasn't peaceful, but it's quiet. I was like, oh, thank God. You know what I'm saying? And some of the best moments of my life were my dad. When I was in 7th and 8th grade, it's my dad and me. And then ultimately my brother moved in with me. And my 8th grade was like the best year of my life, man. Other than now when I'm an adult with my own kids. But it was great. It's me, my dad, and my brother, man, freaking tearing up, kicking butt, taking name. We had cable TV. We didn't even have a TV before then. I had cable. It's nuts, man. It's crazy. And just had a good time that 8th grade year. And but long story short, those years are few. But I'm glad I had them. You see what I'm saying? It's like I'm so glad I had years like that because it was fun. It was good. And that's another reason why I don't understand men who just up and leave their kids. I don't get it, man. Because for me, hell, kids made me young. If my kids weren't around, I'd be just freaking bitter old grumpy dad. I was talking to a guy the other day. I think he had like 17 grandkids. It's like, that's what I need, man. If you want me to be if I tell my kids, if you don't want to be a cranky old freaking old man, you better pop them out because I'll be great with kids until the day I die. If I don't have grandkids, I'll be cranky. I'll be blaming Joe Biden for everything. Hey, Marie, K Paso going on in PA. Working hard, man, 100%. Yeah, we just got done watching Stranger Things with the two boys. 100%. Do I think the economy can support $5 a gallon gas? I guess we're going to find out, Michael. I saw $4.19 at Kroger today. I'll find out. I guess we're going to find out. All part of the big plan. So, just as a side note, I've had a number of people ask, like, when they should get back. They haven't got out, but they got some safe stuff, and should they dollar cost average all that? I look. I don't know how else to say. I say this probably every year, but man, if you're out now, and you shouldn't be. I mean, that's just dumb to be out. We know it's time in the market, not timing. But if you're out now, I don't think I'd be jumping back in the summertime. I mean, I'd wait through the end of next winter, man. But that's 9 months. Yeah, it's gonna be. I look. I say this every winter, but this winter is even worse because we have insanity in the globalist cabal and energy policies. Did you hear about? Someone sent me this. The California Governor Gruesome is. It turns out he actually needs. He didn't want to shut down one of the nuclear plants, and I forgot which one it was. But he needs federal help to keep it going. I had to laugh my ass off at that. I said, "Oh wait." So it turns out nuclear. California does need nuclear, and Governor Gruesome's like, "Wait! Don't shut this down because it's getting ready to be decommissioned." And I forgot to do the article on that, but I just had a chuckle at that. Anyways, the point being is wait till the winter time. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know. Does it bother me? Yes. Is there anything I can do about it? No. Try to pay down debt as much as I can. I got some firewood out there in case the natural gas goes kaput. You're not heating your house. I'm sorry. All these people think they're gonna get massive heating off their friggin' solar panels. It's not gonna happen. I mean, you'll get a little bit. I'm not, hell, I get a little bit off my freaking inverters with my gasoline engine out there, my ICE. You can run some heating off of batteries. I guarantee you, it's just not going to be much, not for any extended period of time. With that said, I'm not all that convinced everything's going to hell in a handbasket. I'm just not. I mean, and the minute I say it, I think, well, Venezuela wasn't either. Don't forget, it wasn't that long ago that Venezuela was the richest company in Latin America. And now it's a crap show. But with that said, we are, I don't know, are we a different breed because we're Americans? Yeah, I think we are. I hope, maybe. I don't know. But you can't, rolling blackouts for a couple hours is one thing. Rolling blackouts when you're freezing is a whole different can of worms there. I can't imagine that the government is going to allow, and the sad thing is it doesn't even matter if they change policy because it's almost like too late to get up and running. You can't just flip. It's not a freaking switch on a light bulb. You know what I'm saying? Where you're closing the circuit and all of a sudden light showing up there in your light bulbs. It doesn't work like that. But with that said, I just can't imagine that we're going to be freezing for days on end because the grid shut down or the natural gas pipelines. I just can't imagine. Was Texas a warning, or is Texas, what happened, 2 years ago in Texas? I don't know, man. I don't know. But we can worry about it all day long, or we just say, well, there's nothing I can do about it anyway. Yeah, I'm just not. I mean, again, take precautions. You have some savings. You have some storage food, freeze dried, frozen food. Do some freaking dehydrating. Absolutely. Go buy some strawberries on the cheap. They're a day old. Dehydrate them suckers. Put a vacuum sealed bag. Buy a boatload of coffee. Freeze it. I got coffee coming out my ears down in my basement downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Because coffee is a huge. Just if you read about, again, one of these days I'll do another video on this book, Ersatz and the Confederacy. Come the staples that you'll need come shortages are coffee and alcohol, frankly. Whiskey, vodka, all that stuff is huge, but coffee, gigantic. Meat, obviously, get your freeze dried meat for sure. Meat doesn't store that great in terms of it stores in your freezer, but over a year or so, it's probably seen as better days. That's for sure. Freeze dried meat can store for many, many years. You want to get firewood. You got to have a place to heat. That's nice thing about coffee, by the way, is you can do a French press. You don't need to run it off a coffee maker. You can do a French press where you just boil some water, put the coffee grounds in and press it. You don't need any electricity for that whatsoever. You can do that off a good old fashioned wood. There's a lot of things to do. Get some extra propane. The blue rhinos. Get some extra ones. Right now, $19.99 for a refill. I think it's $54 at Publix or $50 at Publix for a brand new one. Buy a couple of those freaking 20-pound blue rhinos, man. Anything you do just to prepare for the wintertime. But I don't know what Operation Northwood is, but I do know what Operation Paperclip is, which is pretty scary. Thanks, Lester. We're going for the Celtics, man. Are you talking about hockey? I mean, the basketball or hockey? I'm going for the Avs and hockey. I'm going for the Celtics and basketball. Let's see. The Rangers were up 2-1 when I started this stream. and now they are. What's the oh, they take the. Yeah, 2-1. All right, so the end of the second, the Rangers are up 2-1. I'd like to see a Rangers. I'm sick of the Lightning. They kiss my big fat behind. I'd like to see a Rangers Avs Cup. That'd be pretty cool. Cubs versus Red Fields of Dreams. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, that's fun. All right. Today's modern medicine would have saved Garfield and McKinley, but no way for Lincoln and Kennedy. Biden is still a clinical mystery. Yes, he is, man. Thanks, Marie. Hey, Harry. Oh, we talk about that. Oh, Mike, you already bought my book? Cool, man. We'll give it a tumble. Oops. I'm all right. Any good financial planning papers to recommend this week? I got anything up in my well, I guess I just gotta get through that. So elitists have created the myth of climate change to eliminate national sovereignty. Yeah, that's one thing I'm going to read. Let's see. The green agenda is not about saving the planet, but gaining wealth and power. I think I talked about the last time. I haven't done a video on it. I do like this one. Oh, I thought this was pretty cool. We'll just go. I was going to do a video, but while we're talking about it, this isn't financial planning related. And Cary, North Carolina. Who's my favorite author? Huh. I am reading right now, and I like him. Like I said, I read fiction at night, and when I read nonfiction during the day. And right now, for my fiction, I am. I mean, I always love Thomas Wolfe. You know, the contemporary Thomas Wolfe, R.I.P. But I never read that older guy. But my anything Thomas Wolfe writes was freaking kick ass. Take names. I'm reading right now, though. This guy. What was this guy's name? Tony Martirano. Tony Martirano, and I enjoyed his books, Psychosis and Haunted. The one I'm reading now is called Psychosis. It's interesting. I mean, my Kindle's just. I mean, I like. I just got done reading something. Let's see. Hold on a second. I just got done reading. Man, I wish I had my reading, but I'm getting old, man. Well, Paul Meyer, Maier, big fan, long time, first time of him, Paul Meyer. Oh, this guy, I love this guy right here, John McGauley. John McGauley out of New Hampshire. I enjoy his books very much. They're easy to read, they're fun, they're quick. You know, it's just tons. Paul Doiron, Doiron, Paul Doiron. He writes about Maine. I like that. Anything about Maine, I love. Um, anyway, yeah, Paul, that guy. C.S. Lewis, can't go wrong with C.S. Lewis. I didn't like that book so much. Anyway, yeah, I never liked. Who's the guy who wrote Jurassic Park? That guy, I didn't like that guy so much. I mean, I know he's a pretty libertarian guy and he's a righteous dude. His books kind of bore me, but I see that in my thing here. Anyway, so lots of good stuff. Seems like there's one guy just reading, or lady. I forgot who the hell that was. I can't remember. You read those LT? All right, cool. What do you think, Moon? Yeah, that's a good question. So I don't read books multiple times generally. I did I had read Bonfires of the Vanities by Thomas Wolfe, probably when I was in high school. And then I went back and I read it again about 2 years ago. Didn't have near the same effect 2 years ago as it did when I first read it. It was interesting. I thought it would actually, but it didn't. Another Tom Wolfe book, The Kingdom of Speech. It's not really fiction so much. I did read that twice because that's fantastic. Kingdom of Speech. C.S. Lewis, Screwtape Letters. I try to read once a year. I would like to go back and read Atlas Shrugged again. But the problem with Atlas, so I have read The Fountainhead a couple times. I've read We the Living a couple times. Those are smaller books, easy to read. Atlas Shrugged was too I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It's just it wasn't. It was fake, man, and I just hate fake. And when I mean fake, they had these huge monologues of some dude just talking, Harry Reardon, just and then Dabney, whatever name was Taggart, just talking. And I'm like, it's just not the way it works. That's why Stephen King had written a book on called On Writing, and Stephen King's big lib, but he writes freaking fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, the guy's just fantastic. And one of the things he always says in his books when he's talking about is he writes a very short sentences to the point, direct hits essentially. And I'm paraphrasing him. And reading Ayn Rand, you're like, dude, can you shut the hell up and let someone else talk? It's like so frustrating, like page after page after page. And anyway, so I'll probably never read Atlas Shrugged again because it's opportunity cost, and I, which is too bad because there's so much tidbits in there. Like what does the guy say? He goes, uh, "There's not enough criminals, so we make more criminals." Essentially, I can't remember what he said, but it's so true. That's what they do, man. But yeah. So Denise says, Susie Orman, 9 Steps to Financial Freedom. I'm not a big fan of Susie Orman, but hey, as long as it gets it out there and makes people think differently, I'm okay with that. I'll edit it for me. Not sure what you're saying. Edit what? 1999 is a new 4.99. I don't get it, man. Is that saying, oh, because inflation? Right on. I know, man. I mean, I got no ill will toward my dad. I'm not angry. I'm not. People say you should forgive. I say absolutely do. You should rekindle a relationship. Why? I mean, why would you? Why do people say that? You should rekindle relationships with people you have no relationship with. Why? Well, he's your father. Okay, well, that's all good in the hood, man. It really. And I'm not saying Ray's saying this, but people say like, like it's okay. I got friends from who I've known, for many many years. I haven't spoken to in years too. It doesn't mean I'm. It's just people move on. That's okay. Um, I am able to diversify a portion of my ESOP. Should I do that given that the company is taking on a loan which will lower the price of the company's stock? Yeah, I don't. I mean, yes. If all you have is a company stock, I'd be nervous, but I can't tell you specifically. Rule of thumb in financial planning is not more than 10% of your liquid net worth in one security. So if your company stock is more than 10%, your financial planning would suggest you do diversify for sure. Got Fort Worth in the house? Right on, man. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, right here. You can't. I mean, I can't say you can't go wrong, but Wellesley, Wellington, and Cash. Whew, man, that's tough to beat, man. I love the Lazy Person's Guide to Investing. Teaches S&P 500 index is the best. Well, I'd never say is the best because you're projecting that into the future. We just don't know. But for simplicity, 100%. Josh could be a software developer with those conditional statement experience. Am I familiar with a Hoover flag? We're going to need a Biden flag soon. I don't know what that is. Will silver go under $20? Probably. I don't know. I have no clue. Don't know. Don't care. Hate to say it. How do I get a paperback? Yeah, I'm going to wait a couple days, Marie, to get it in paperback. I just want to see if there's paperbacks are harder. Once it's out there, you can't really fix it. I mean, you kind of can. Kindles or Amazon's pretty easy. I'm not going. It's harder to fix it in paperback than the Kindle. I just want to see if there's anything that jumped out at me that I missed. If there is something, maybe I cussed it. I didn't, but just I said F word 8,000 times. And I said, oh, I didn't even know. I must have been drunk. And of course, I'm drunk. I'm being silly, but I want to give it a couple of weeks before I put on paperback. And secondly, I don't remember how I did this. That's the problem. Like, I don't recall how I did this cover. So I'm putting the cover out there on Amazon, and I'm like, it's giving me this error message. I'm like, man, I did this. I mean, I did all this. No one did it. I did it. I did all this stuff. And I'm like, and then my other book too. I'm like, well, how did I do that? And I don't recall. And this guy here, I don't know how I did that to get all these things in here. So anyway, long story short, I'm searching for the guy who did my cover of my book to help me because I was like, dude, how do I get this to work? It's not working. It's probably a big deal. All right. I don't care and I'm lazy. No way. I am lazy. I'm telling you, it's like I tell you, the older I get, I'm like, that's why I didn't want to go to Italy. The idea of walking around, like they went up some freaking, what the hell, some steps. What do they call that? Oh, I was like, dude, that sounds like hell on earth, man. I was like, that sounds horrible. They took a train for 2.5 hours to go to the beach, and it was raining on them today or a little bit. And I was like, oh, I just no desire. Where they walked? They walked up some tower, someplace in freaking Italy. I was like, oh, sounds like horrible. All right. Brian's video title: Big warning: Federal Reserve will cause a stock market crash and a massive stock market rally. Why do people say this stuff, man? I don't know who Brian is, but um, I don't like why. Why do people say that? It's the weirdest. Like, who was I reading to the other day? It was on that. It was on the Visor Perspectives. That's what it was. And I didn't want to bash the guy, so I didn't put him in my video. But like in 2020 or 19 or 18, I can't remember what he was saying. You get out of the markets, get out of the market. It's like freaking Robert Schiller was saying that 2015. It's just you can't. I mean, they're all get out of the market. Then the guys. Then what happened was the guy was held to, in this Advisor Perspective. The guy said, "Dude, we'll call him Joe Schmo." He goes, "Hey, Joe, I see that you're keeping to say the market is going to crash. Well, you said that 3 or 4 years ago. It didn't happen." And Joe Schmo's like, "Yeah, it didn't happen because this, that, and the other happened." He's like, "Well, then, so why would we listen to your crash prognosis now? I mean, it didn't happen because, well, the same thing. I cannot stand. Yeah, I don't know what Pablo's doing, Phil. I can't stand these people who say this stuff, and then when it does happen, they have a justification like why it didn't happen. Like, look, I've been talking about deflation for years. I still think it's coming. It didn't happen. I'm wrong. Eventually, I think I'll be right. But I'm certainly not going to say bank on my saying deflation is coming because that'd be dumb. I don't know. I just don't think the Federal Reserve controls things. I mean, they might control the markets to some regard, but they certainly don't control the economy. It's stupid to think about that. I mean, think about how dumb that is. Paul Volcker, this one guy controls the activities and actions that you and I take thousands of times a day because he raising the interest rates. Just how freaking stupid is that? And what's his name? Powell. This one guy is going to control the actions you and I takes because he raises the interest rate. Again, how freaking stupid is that? We take economic actions 100 times, 1,000 times a day. We don't pay 1 cent to freaking what Jerome Powell or Paul Volcker's doing. These guys don't control the freaking economy. It's not the Federal Reserve Board. It's freaking dumb, man. Especially nowadays when we know that people are like, I'm not borrowing if I can avoid it. Because going back to Dave Ramsey and people like him, man. And also people saying, I do not want to get tied up like I was in 2008. Hey, Jim's retiring. That's awesome, Jim. Man, this guy, look, hard to imagine that guy's been 43 years at GM. He doesn't look that old, man. It's freaking awesome, brother. Congrats. All right. Let's yeah, what I'm saying. Let's implement gun control. Yeah, I completely agree. It's such a freaking deliberate scam, man. I tell you. Tina says, I've never bought blood is thicker than water thing, removing toxic. And 100%. I mean, if people are toxic, get them out of your life. You don't need it. From your life to healthy self care. 100%. Man, Jim started the Oklahoma City plant in 1979. Moneybags retiring 60 working days. Freaking awesome. $8 a gallon in California. Damn. $6.69 in San Diego. Yeah, and we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know who Tinker is. $8 in Los Angeles, 5 in Maine. Damn, dude, crazy. Diablo Nuclear, is that what it was? Hey. Just got back from a fishing trip. Fuel hurting charter boats too. Pain is everywhere. We got pizza tonight, Jill. We got pizza. I did my ninja last night. It was flipping. Did I tell you that? I did. I said that. I did my sous vide chicken. The salted pepper lady, I think her name's Louise, her channel. She goes, it's the best chicken thighs that you'll ever have. And she was right. I was freaking, even my boys wanted seconds. because it's so good. Like literally, you put it sous vide. So what you do is you put it in like a vacuum sealed or a Ziploc bag, and you put it in water, and the water cooks it with heat. Essentially, but it keeps the water out of the bag. So I don't know how it works, but it just like gets enveloped in this hot water, and it makes it. It's just freaking awesome. Anyway, so I take the thing out. I got the bag there. And you just got just this little bit of juice in the bag. All the juice is retained in the chicken. It's freaking insane, dude. I literally, I'm like sitting there thinking, I cannot wait to do something else with that sous vide. It was that good. Oh my goodness. I mean, I cannot. I wonder if you could do like a Boston butt or something. Could you do Boston butt in a sous vide? Mm. Or do just like some kind of shoulder? Why not? Right? I mean, oh, dude, I can't. I mean, it literally, it's just a chicken breast, man, and it was freaking good. I literally salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and a little bit of garlic salt. I think I didn't even put any butter in. I mean, it was. Oh, I feel like they're raising it just to pay back Exxon oil companies because during. Charlotte. I eat. Well, I was texting Char. We're talking. I said, "You don't feel." I'll tell you what I said because I feel bad. I know she likes. Oh, Rangers up 3-1 now. Is Tampa gonna go down 2-0 and be on the outside of looking in for the third straight S Stanley Cup? Let's hope so. Freaking rat finks. Can't stand Tampa. Freaking kiss my big fat behind. All right, so would say with my wife, I said, all right here, I said, be honest, honey. Are you upset I didn't go to Italy? And she goes, no, it's fine. I don't think you would like it. I said, you sure? I don't want you to think I'm a boring old guy. I just want to be by the water and chill with my dogs. And she put a little heart thing. And she goes, no, we're having fun because we like to shop and see the museums. And so I'm happy to go with the girls. I said, that sounds like real fun. I did a little kind of laughing face because going shopping, walking around the city, in a heat, going shopping and seeing the museums literally sounds like hell on earth to me. I cannot imagine that. Anyway, better days are ahead. Yeah. Get small load of coal burns longer, puts out more heat. Just ensure you have the proper fireplace. Yeah, right on, man. Where do you get coal at? That's crazy. Oh, wait, Bitcoin. Hey, Dr. Oz won. All right. Good. All right. Well, I didn't like McCormick. I like Dr. Oz better. I can't lie to you. I mean, I still look. Trump won it for Dr. Oz. I still think that's acceptable. McCormick seems like a Mitch McConnell wannabe, a Pat Toomey wannabe. So, McCormick isn't going to get anyone fired up. Not sure Dr. Oz will either, but who knows? I'm glad. That's good, man. I'm not a fan of McCormick. I still can't believe how many putz Republicans we have out there. So many. So many. And they go to Davos too. It's crazy. I asked my clients' monthly expenses. What are some of the lowest monthly expenses that are believable? Whatever they tell me, man. I don't challenge them. I don't challenge them. I've had people spend $24,000 a year, $2,000 a month. Happy as a clam. No power and no water in Cali. Oof. I'll buy a geothermal system and electric car on my next stimmy. Yeah. All right. This is America. Quincy said this all push. Even Biden sees no reason to help America lower the cost. Yeah. Oops, I missed something. I had Jill up here. What'd you say there? Right here. Jill says, I still have hope. Yeah, right on. It's still freaking America, dudes. We're America. America. Still better here than anywhere else. Yeah. Food saver bags for freezing meat last years. I don't know about years. I'm not sure it's supposed to last years. Even as vacuum sealed, or I'm not sure if any kind of meat is supposed to last years in the freezer. Hey, Black Hills, South Dakota, right, man, right on. All right, so just remember for those who are new, my new book is finally out. You can get it for free for the next 5 days on Amazon Kindle. Don't buy it yet because it's not. I think it's starting free tomorrow. And here it is. Return to Peaks Island right there. So for the next 5 days on Kindle, it will be free, and you should buy it, or you should not buy it, but you should get it. And then you should, of course, you should read a. You don't. It's not just Kindle Unlimited. I got Amazon lets you market it for pretty much however long you want. They don't let you do it for more than 5 days, but for the next 5 days, it's going to be free. And here's my opening. The way life is meant to be can bring a desire for natives to go back to Maine. Sometimes that longing is nothing but fantasy. Other times, though, it's almost as if they're being called to return, like some magnetic force is pulling them back, which is exactly what happened to Rob McKenzie when his life began to spiral out of control. Ooh, ooh, what's gonna happen? Ghosts are coming. Actually, no ghosts. No ghosts. I think you'll like the end. I'm not a fan of Carl Sagan at all. He can kiss my big fat. I know he's dead. He's dead, and he can kiss. It's like David Attenborough, Carl Sagan, all faker. James Hansen, all fakers. Bill Nye, faker. Neil deGrasse Tyson, faker. All those guys are fakers. I can't stand it. I don't think I've read Bad Thor. I don't think higher costs are to get more people back to work. Actually, I think it's the opposite. One of the reasons I think they're being so over the top in schools, I literally think that they can't afford the union or the teachers' pensions anymore. That's literally what I think. I think at the end of the day, they're like, dude, we gotta we gotta scare enough people so they stay out of school with COVID, and then we're gonna do freaking drag time story hour or whatever the hell it's called. It was just the freaking thing is insane. We all know it's insane, it's dumb, but there's no way this just happened out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they looked and they say we can't afford all these teachers and we can't have layoffs because we'll never win another election. As such, what do? Well, and I just saw a thing in Fulton County. Like half the schools was a number of Fulton County schools have only half the capacity. Half. Think about that. Fulton County, Georgia, where I live. I can't remember how many, but a bunch of schools only have half the capacity. I mean, that's freaking nuts, dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's I can't remember, but where the population of school-aged children here is just not is low. It's dropping every year because of homeschooling, because not enough kids. I don't know what it is. Because kids pulling whatever it is, but it's happening. And yet they're still paying for all the teachers, they're still paying for all the pensions. I tell you, man, there's a big reckoning coming. I'm telling you right now. And it's all over the place, all over the place. All these schools, like the colleges. I can't wait for these colleges to feel the burn. I can't wait. If I ever run for office, for my thing is I'm gonna make colleges pay. That'll be my thing. That way we can get the people who want student loan forgiveness. We're not forgiving crap. We're saying the colleges will pay for your stupid student loans. Well, how can the colleges pay? We're going to go after your freaking critical race theory idiots. We're going to go after your diversity counselors making $300,000 a year, and we're taking that damn money. We're firing their asses in 2 seconds flat, and we're going to take that money and give it to the students that you put in debt who can't go bankruptcy. You freaking fools! The reverse Robin Hood, if there ever was. It's such a freaking scam. But you're anti-education. I'm anti-freaking reverse Robin Hood. You freaking fools! You're taking advantage of innocent, stupid. Shouldn't say stupid. Innocent, ignorant is the word I'm looking for. Young people, but there's if you get a college degree, you'll be able to make all this money relative to what someone who didn't graduate, someone who graduated high school. It's such a freaking scam. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I don't hate college as a whole. I hate how it's been corrupted and no one seems to care. I'd go after those in 2 seconds flat. That'd be my number. I'd like it. I'd love to have college administrators, but no, we need the money. I said, we're going to raise the freaking tax on your endowments, man. You pay that sucker out, or we're taking it from you by taxation. We're not going to confiscate it. We're just going to do it by taxation. It'd be awesome. Oh, it made me feel so good. So you can't. You're a Republican. You can't do that. This isn't your Bob Michael Republican Party, as remember Rush Limbaugh used to talk about. This is the new Republican Party. The new Republican Party is going to go freaking steamroll all these clowns, these corporatist fascist types in academia and nonprofits. We're going to stomp you guys because these guys are spoiled brats. They've been living off the largesse of American people for damn well too long. It's a damn well time we stop funding these people and their crazy drag queen story hour crap. Freaking nuts, dudes. Anyway, long story short, so you got Fulton County, Georgia. There are a bunch of schools with half the population. What happens then, man? You think they want more teachers come in? No, they don't. I got $4.99 super chat. Thanks. I don't know what a royalty trust is. Lone Star Elevators. That's interesting. I'm familiar with Otis, and there's another one out of like Germany, or maybe it's Sweden or something. But I'm not familiar with Lone Star Elevators. But I don't know anything about royalty trust. Sorry, man. I wish I could give your money back, but I can't. Oh, Emerson Lake and Powell Palmer. Oh God, Gary. Oh, oh. Yeah, Michael Crichton. That's it. Cole Caulfield, 22 Canadians. I don't know what that is. My favorite movie, Back to the Future, the first one, Napoleon Dynamite, and American History X. All three of those, love them. American History X is very underrated, and there's so much truth in that movie. I very much enjoyed it. It didn't make the black guy the hero, and everyone's like, "Oh, the black guys and the white guys are so bad," but it also made the white guys who these freaking clown Nazis who are selling drugs to each other like this. It was just such a scam. It's just all based on making everyone hate each other. It's crazy. I very much enjoyed that very much because it didn't make it. It was gritty, but it didn't have this preconceived notion that the black guy is always going to be the good guy and the white guy's the evil. And then it wasn't like that at all. It seemed like it was kind of going that direction, and then towards the ending, you're like, thank goodness, because you're like, let's make it real, man. Let's not say, oh, these people over here are so great, and those people over there are so bad. Let's look at what it was reality. I very much enjoyed that movie. You should watch it if you haven't watched American History X. Of course, if you haven't watched Napoleon Dynamite, you haven't learned to laugh because Napoleon Dynamite was funny as hell. Always loved the old Naked Gun movies; those are funny as hell. I love Lord of the Rings, fantastic. But except Lord of the Rings, I'm still pissed when they got rid of the scene from the book where Sauron goes back to the Shire. All right, and I wish they would have had that in Lord of the Rings. That really disappointed me. Lord of the Rings, not having the Peter Jackson thing, not having Sauron go back to the Shire was, to this day, it leaves a pain in my belly. Cause I'm like, man, that was such a good part of the book. That was so unsuspecting, and ah, I didn't convert to Wellington. I didn't convert to Wellington. I just moved from VTV to Wellington. I didn't do any conversion. I just exchanged. Yeah, I got no qualm with set and forget it plan. I mean, what's the alternative? To do something, as Lou Rucas used to say, don't just do something. Sit there. I would, yeah, love that. Right? Socialism sucks. I 100% agree. Yeah, these papers are good. I was quite surprised that they don't get into politics like red versus blue, but they get into the fear porn of we all had pensions before, now we don't, so no one can retire. Oh, long-term care costs are going to eat us all alive. No one can retire. They have done that more often than I can count, and I don't like it because it's fake. Kurt Vonnegut, didn't he write the book where the dancers had the weights on them? When was the last thing I had to admit to my wife that I was wrong? I mean, pretty much every day. What's up, dog? No, you're right. You're doing all right. All right. Okay. Did I take a hit selling to buy Wellington? I don't recall. I mean, I did it. I don't recall. Um, I yeah. I don't. I don't get it. I'm not sure what's going on. Wellesley is VWINX and Wellington is VWELX. Hoover flags where penniless pockets turn inside out as a sign of being broke. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, book covers 5, or that's I just watched a video. Some guy did that. I said, man, I should do that. Um, well, I just don't like. I just don't like having obligation. I guess that's the word. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like it. I have the same problem. Open up my family pool every year. Open lady, right on the curve. Not my family. My daughters and my wife went to Italy without me. I read "Ego Is the Enemy" by Ryan Holiday. All right. Yeah, Ray. Yes, Ray Dalio. Yeah, right on. Peter Schiff will finally be right. Exactly. Oh yeah, yeah. What should we ask advisors who, when we are looking for a local advisor, fiduciary, stockbroker, any recommendations? I could care less about the fiduciary thing. It's silly, means nothing. Yeah, right on. Chris Barfield. Everyone go to Barfield Financial. Barfield Financial. Chris Barfield. Look, I would. I don't think you ask them. I mean, I think you let them ask you. And if you feel like, I mean, what are you going to ask them? Like, hey, because I don't know. I mean, I would let them drive the show. You're interviewing them. You know what I'm saying? And so you say, well, what 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 can I do for you? Say, well, we're trying to retire. How can you help me do it? See what they say. I wouldn't go in there with preconceived notions, but I could care less about the fiduciary, could care less of their stockbrokers. But they just talk about it. We're going to manage your money for a 1% fee. I said, well, how does that help me? Literally, how does that help me reach my financial planning goals? And if they show up this Dalbar chart, then I would jump off a bridge head first after I slit my wrist into a friggin' a pool of starving great white sharks, because a Dalbar chart is just stupid. It's an idiotic. I don't want to get into it right now, but let them see what they should be asking you. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Have you done this? Have you done that? I mean, so people sometimes will try to interview me via email and say, hey, what can you do for me? I say, I don't know if I can do anything for you, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been lucky enough not to need the business where I have to do the dog and pony show. I'm like, I don't know what I can do for you until we crunch the numbers. And I don't do refunds. So I'm not sure I can do anything for you. But if you pay me, you're not getting the money back. So just be, buyer beware. Is that what it is? But there's no dog and pony show because, I mean, I don't know what you got. And as such, I'll do my best for you and we'll move on. Just that simple, man. But I'm not going to promise anything. I don't manage money, and people shouldn't manage money in terms of financial advisors. It's not a value added. Everybody knows this, by the way, except for the financial advisors, and they deep down know it too. But I mean, there's tons of things to talk about. But I just go in there and let him talk to you and see what happens. See how it shakes out. I will say, if people who hired me, uh, they could probably test this, and you always get a gauge of some people, because I like to find out where these people are from, what their background is when they got married. I just like to I like people. I enjoy people. I'm a people person. I'm not an extrovert. Just be advised. But I like tell me your story. Like I was talking to these guys, they met in fourth grade, dudes. Fourth grade, been married for 42 years. You know what I'm saying? I love stories like that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I love that stuff. And probably 30 minutes later, we start. All right, let's jump in the software because it's fun. If you go in there, if they start chatting you up, well, that's a good thing, man. That means they want to know who you are. And I don't get like, let's get down to business. I've had customers, they're not even clients, do that when I was in the USA or other places. What can you do for me? Not a damn thing other than show you the door. There's a door, clown. Go. What? I got $1,000,000, don't you? Door. That means you got to go to the door faster. Go. What can you do for me? Not a damn thing, because I'm not touching the 10-foot pole. But you always kind of tell, like, when people come in with talk, I'll ask a couple questions. Like, all right, let's get down to business. Like, door. I've had to fire a couple guys since I've been doing this. One guy was a freaking asshole to his wife. It pissed me off, and I was getting pissed, and I was like, if I don't bail out of this, I'm gonna be pissed off. And I don't yell. I'm gonna get angry and angry because he's just being a friggin' dick. And I said, he had sent me $2,500. I said, I'm giving you a refund. He goes, what? I said, this relationship isn't going anywhere. I'm sorry. I don't like where we're going. And he said, what? He's like, all somewhat apologetic. I said, I don't, no, no. I wasn't going to tell him he's been a dick to his wife, but he was being disrespectful towards her in front of me, and that pisses me off. And I was like, nope, out. And he was, it was actually kind of funny because I could see in his face like he had never been told no because he's always pushing around people with his money. Like, I got this by side. I don't give two craps, dude. Your money can go freaking pound sand, and you can too. And I hope your wife does too, because you're a freaking asshole. You know what I'm saying? You should be disrespecting your wife in front of me. That's freaking rude. And I know you're trying to impress me because you're like, I know financial planning too. I read Bogleheads. I'm like, I don't give two freaking craps, fool. Get the hell out of here. And of course, it's over Zoom. And he emailed me again and said, I still don't understand. I said, I don't think I emailed him back. I said, I'm not obligated to tell you why I'm firing you. I'm just firing you before we get started because I'm not wasting your time and I'm not wasting my time. And I'm going to give you a refund because I'm not wasting my time. It was awesome. Made me feel so good. Only had to fire a couple people. Him, a couple others. One of the guy. He wasn't mean, but he had been out of the market for a while. He's like, hey, well, I just want to know what I should do. I was like, hell, here's your money back. I don't know. I'm not getting involved in that, man. Had to fire. I didn't fire her, but this lady had all Tesla. Really nice lady, young lady too. I said, you got to sell some of Tesla. I can't take it. She's like, what? And she wasn't going to sell Tesla to save her life. I said, there's no way. No way. She had she had made a lot of money in Tesla. I don't know what she's at now. But I said, there's no way you can't do financial planning if 95% of your portfolio is in Tesla stock. That's not financial planning. I can't be part of that. And then one other person. Oh, this guy in Alabama. Never forget this guy. Actually, he pissed me off, man. I thought we had a good relationship, and it's weird too because we worked with him. I don't even think I got. I don't even think I got my full fee. Anyway, long story short, and he emailed like 4 months later. He goes, "So what else do I get?" I said, "Huh?" He goes, "What else do I get for the money I paid you?" I said, "You're going to get a refund because we've already done all this and we've already done our financial planning. You've had ample time to ask me other questions. I have a follow up. I haven't heard back from you, so I assume you're good." As I made very very clear from the front end of our relationship, that's how it works. And then he got really pissy because I didn't take the vax, and I was like, well, thank God that guy's gone, man, because I was weird too because he was from Alabama, pretty right wing guy, and that's where I knew the Republican Party has just as many clowns as the Democratic Party. I was like, man, because this guy's a right wing guy, but he's not right wing if he's being led by fear by the Washington Post, the mainstream media. I couldn't believe it, but because I'm not taking the vax, he was like really he emailed me some really mean spirited stuff. I was like, whatever, dude. I'm saying, I don't even think I banned him. Maybe I did. But I was like, okay. I was like, man, I can't believe we were actually, like working together for a little bit. What the hell happened? He really did not like my anti-vax thing. That's for sure. Ooh, Western Michigan. Yeah, right on. That's where I'm retiring to, Western Michigan. I don't know. I would like to get my wife up there to show her that. Western Michigan, I still think looks like Maine, but with more sandy beaches. It looks like that's just the way I look at it. I don't know. Sous vide function, but never. Oh, Joe, you gotta try sous vide. It's freaking awesome, man. Awesome. The number of oil rigs has flatlined. Banks don't want to do business with fossil fuels because it's freaking nuts, dude. I'm a homeboy, Quincy. 100%. Yeah, 100%, Kirk. You got to take. I mean, hell, Dr. Oz weak on abortion. So isn't Pat Toomey. So is all these guys. I mean, it's just this. It is what it is. Uh-oh. Yikes. Come on, Rangers. Don't freaking drop this now. Oh, shoot. Rangers won. I'm not even a huge Rangers fan, but all right. So 2-0 for both those teams. Happy wife is such BS. My name of my book is Return to Peaks Island. Return to Peaks Island. You can go to Kindle or Amazon. Just type in my last name. The Inside Man. Don't know anything about it. Always like Twilight Zone stuff. Never watched Doctor Who. Y'all won't watch Doctor Who at all? That seems like it might be good. I never watched it though, but I always like Twilight Zone. We are below March 2020 P on S. No, I can't be. Are you kidding me? We're below March. Just no. Anyway, so there's my book again. Return to Peaks Island. Your old buddy Josh, right there. Return to Peace Island. I'm excited. Oof. I'm nervous though. Anytime you do that, it's nerve wracking. It's weird. I don't get nervous about videos, but when you're doing a book, what if people don't like it? What if they don't like me anymore? All right, so you can't tell me the freaking PE on SPY is below March 2020. That can't be right. Let's just go. Let's see what we got here. I'll be stunned. All right, Lee. One sec. Not seeing a PE on. Oh, here goes Pablo. You coming in, big boy? Come here, buddy. No. I'm looking to see what the SPY is. Come here, big boy. Come here, Pops. Bobbies. Okay. Come here, baby. Everyone wants to say hello to Pablo. Everyone wants to say hello to Pablo. I'm not seeing a PE on Schwab. I'm not seeing one, man. Let me go to let's go to VFINX. VFINX. Pablo, come. Schwab website has a lot going for it, but it also has some. I don't see a freaking PE. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. And I'm hesitant to look at my. Hold on a sec. I just can't believe that. I'm not saying you're lying. Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. See, if you're looking at this right here, I'm not even sure where that's from. That's not that. Where's that from? Yahoo Finance. That's freaking not right. 420 $4.29 is a PE according to Yahoo Finance. That's freaking idiotic. And then because if you look at that, you look at VTV and they're gonna have a PE like 75 or something like that. Yeah, 72 and value large cap value does not have a PE of 72. And then VUG, I think it says like 8, 5. Yeah, so that's wrong. That's wrong. Yeah, right on. That's all right. That doesn't make sense. All right, good job, buddy. All right, Rex, I see you, Rex. The Western Michigan coast is fantastic. The most beautiful place in the country. Wow, that's fantastic. If USA Today says it, it's got to be true. I'm just giving you a hard time. All right, I think I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, my friends. Hey, thanks, Aaron. Aaron Tillman. Yeah, I mean, it's just life's too short, Jill. Life's too short. Colleges can pay with their endowment funds. Well, they don't have enough in the endowment funds, but I'm sorry if they're sitting on a bunch of endowment money and there are all these people graduating with tons of freaking student loan debt. I just heard that Biden waived from Corinthian colleges, which is a for-profit, like $5 billion worth of student loans. Let's do the same with public universities. There, Sniffy Joe. Why public universities exempt? Because they're non-for-profit. They're so righteous. They're as righteous as a wind-driven snow because they don't make profits. Yeah, you know why they don't make profits? Because they have all these diversity counselors and crap. Fire those fools, man. They don't do anything. Yeah. The university system is so damn corrupt. And my man Ray, he works in one, so I'm trying to be nice. I talk to professors on occasion. I'm not indicting every single person in there. I'm saying at the end of the day, the university systems are corrupt without question, and we need to be anti-corruption. And the way you be anti-corruption is you make them hurt financially. That's how you do it. You make them hurt, man. How do you think big oil is pretending to be anti CO2? Because they're worried about being hurt financially. How do you think the big banks give the Jesse Jackson, Al Sharptons the world? Because they worry about being hurt. You think they give two craps about the National Action League of the Rainbow Push Coalition? They could care less. They just want, they're being extorted. We all know this. I'm not saying we should do the same. I'm saying we just say, no, no, no. We don't want your damn money. We want you to pay the price for your ill-gotten gains. And that's what I want. I'm freaking mad about it. I'm not going to lie to you. All these right here. There we go. That still seems pretty low. The SP 500 is right now at 17.6. That ain't high. But just remember, the thing about PEs, yeah, all right, right on, Ray. Ray's at a private university. The thing about price earnings ratios, I want to point out something. All right, so we're going to go for 1 year. Here's SP. Let's do the SPY. This is important to understand. I think a lot of people miss this. Here's SPY. All right. So you can see it's been bouncing around between 479 and 380. The earnings are for the last 12 months. PE ratios for the trailing 12 months, which covers the entirety of that 1 year time frame. The price just covers one moment in time right there. So the price covers that right there. The earnings covers the entirety of the last 12 months. And so that's it back looking exactly, Mac Attack. And so like the PE ratio in of itself, it's still valuable, don't get me wrong, but I used to do this too. Don't put too much faith in that because it has yet to be, and this is what we learned in March of 2020. We have PE ratios like 4 and stuff. I was like, yeah, but that's because the prices are so far down because they fell 35% a week's time. Yeah, I agree, Vinyl. I don't think that PE is right either. But they fell 35% in literally 33 days time, or 33%, 35 days time, whatever it was. And yet the earnings were still based on last year's earnings. It's not. I don't think it's intuitive as a lot of people think. Actually. All right, my friends, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm getting tired and go get me some. Go read my book. Actually, not my book, but the one that I'm reading right now. I forgot the guy's name. So appreciate y'all being here. Much obliged. God bless. And if you do get my book, give me a review, would you? And you be critical. Don't be an ass, but be critical. I'd like to hear it. I'm not going to change anything, but if you see some things that don't make, like literally, like, oh, you misplaced a chapter. I mean, anything that's fundamental, let me know. But if it's just like, I didn't like the way you said this, I don't really like. I care, but I'm not going back for small potato stuff because I've just done 2 years making is done. I'm done. I'm burnt out. So all good. Peace out. God bless.